Deanna Durbin.
Thank you, Don Wilson, and hi, fellas.
Pardon me, Deanna.
What is it, Don?
Well, Deanna, I hate to bother you, but something has just come up, and I think you ought to know about it.
Really?
Yes, you know, Jack Benny's on the program tonight.
Yes, but not till later in the show.
Well, he didn't understand it that way. You see, he's been a master of ceremony so long, he assumed he was going to run things tonight.
Oh. Well, where is Jack now?
Well, he's backstage mumbling to himself and writing down with Deanna Durbin on all the dressing room doors.
Oh, I'm sorry Jack is so upset.
But I'm sure that you can straighten things out, Deanna. When he comes in, be diplomatic, won't you?
Oh, sure.
Here he comes now.
I must be talking.
Yes.
Gentlemen of the AEF, meet the great comedian who has entertained you in person in almost every theater of operations, Jack Benny.
Thanks, folks. Hi, fellas.
Welcome to Command Performance, Jack.
Thanks, you little sneak.
Jack, you shouldn't feel like that. I was called upon to be mistress of ceremonies here tonight, and just because you misunderstood and thought you were going to take charge, there's no reason for any hard feelings.
It isn't there?
No, I realize that you're one of the world's greatest MCs.
You do, huh?
Yes. And I also realize that you've just returned from an extensive tour of our bases in the South Pacific.
And they love me in New Guinea.
Well, I understand that they loved you everywhere. But I should think that after a trip like that, and with all that work, you must be awfully tired.
Oh, I am. I'm exhausted.
Then why don't you go over in the corner and sit down?
Now, just a minute. I'm not that weak, young lady. Besides, if you think I came all the way down here just to sit in the corner, you've got another thing coming. Say, I don't know what's happening to all the young girls nowadays.
Well, naturally, you don't get around them much.
Now, listen, Deanna, topping me will get you nowhere. If you want to be mistress of ceremonies, run the show. It's all yours, Miss Durbin.
Thank you, Mr. Benny. As you know, on these command performances, we aim to answer all the mail that comes our way. One of the names we come across over and over again is Martha Tilton. And since her recent tour to the South Pacific, that mail has really piled up. So now...
You see, the mail has really piled up. I mean, there's no...
Jack,
please. You need vaudeville training to introduce people right.
All right, Jack. I'm willing to learn. How would you make the introduction?
Well, I'd try to use a little ingenuity. I'd say something like, a funny thing happened to me on the way to the studio. That's not even the joke yet. I stopped in at the drugstore, and there was a girl playing the pinball machine. And she would have won except for one thing.
What was that, Jack?
She was Tilton. Martha Tilton. Applause! There's an introduction. Don't you think so, Deanna?
Well, you could never throw your brain out of joint thinking of it, but it was all right.
I thought it was dynamite. How about you, Martha?
Well...
Now, there's a girl who knows. Gee, Martha, you're looking swell.
Well, thanks, Jack.
You know, I haven't seen you since we both got back from the South Pacific. What's the good word?
It's still no.
Find out what Martha's going to sing. I'm getting nowhere.
Okay, Jack. What's for the boys, Martha? Lots of requests for I Walk Alone, Deanna. I walk alone because to tell you the truth, I'll be lonely. I don't mind being lonely when my heart tells me you
walk alone and send your love and your kisses to guide me. Till you're walking beside me, I'll walk
I'd like to present to you now, and I do hope this introduction meets with Mr. Benny's approval, one of the finest instrumentalists and band leaders in the country. You know, folks, I was afraid I was going to be late tonight.
Why, Deanna?
Because when I got here, I couldn't open the door, see? Tommy Dorsey.
Thanks, Deanna.
Tommy, I'd like to explain that introduction. You see, it comes from the Jack Benny School of Comedy.
Jack Benny? I remember him. He used to be a very funny guy. I'm still funny, Junior. Oh, hello, Jack. What are you doing here? Up to now, nothing. What are you doing here, Tommy? Oh, I'm going to take some and leave some with the boys.
That's right. The fellows overseas have sent in lots of requests for an all-American jam session.
Good idea.
So we've invited the best in the West to beat it out.
In addition to Tommy Dorsey, we have Count Basie at the piano, Buddy Rich at the drums, Illinois Jackett on the tenor sax, Lionel Hampton on the vibes, Artie Shaw on the clarinet, Sergeant Ed McKinney on the bass, Sergeant Ziggy Elman on the trumpet, and Les Paul on the guitar. Come on, boys.